Good afternoon, CFM. Welcome to Friday. Let's begin with 4 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio. Then come out, do shoulders ready, some press. Good, clean, full range of motion, overhead position for our shoulders. Next one will be band star pattern. So this is a traditional one that we've done a lot of, but band pull aparts, making that star pattern 8 times each. Next will be some Cossack squats. If you want to use some support for this, you can, but get all the way down, get a really good hip stretch, heels on the ground, and then extend and stand tall at the top. All right, so take this as a stretch. We're not trying to lift too much weight just yet, but I do want you to get into a full range of motion for the hips and the groin on the leg that is straight. Next one will be a scap shrug for time, right? From the down dog position, okay? So we'll plant the hands on the ground, kind of plank, and then shrug your way into the down dog. And then for 20 seconds, I just want you shrugging up and shrugging down. And I just put it for time because I don't want you to count too many reps. Just go for about that amount of time until your shoulders are getting a little toasty, and then pop back up, okay? Last one will be some push press practice reps. So first round, get your PVC pipe and practice that push press. So when we do push press, dip, drive, press, trying to sequence it so that right when the hips complete their extension, that's when the bar jumps off and my arms engage to press to the full extension of the movement, okay? So again, first round, PVC pipe, second round, empty barbell, and then let's start warming up the push press. This goes into the rack position, same height as where we squat. We're doing 4 sets of 8 reps. Percentages for this will be 65 plus, right? If you can start at 65% for your first round and then try to add a little bit. And if you can get into the high 70s, low 80s, that's really good, but don't let it go so heavy that like on rep number 6, I start to do this little involuntary jerk, right? And once your body knows the efficiency of the jerk, it is hard to make yourself do the push press at a weight that is too heavy, right? So think about that before you go into it. The push press is a single hip extension, right? So dip, drive, press, right? Whereas the push jerk, somewhere in the middle where that bar gets over my head, I go back down, right? I rebend my knees and stand tall, and that is a very efficient movement. However, it doesn't force the shoulders to do quite as much work for the same amount of weight lifted, all right? And our goal for this is strengthening the shoulders as opposed to putting the maximum amount of weight overhead. Okay, that is our focus for today. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 8 push press. Shouldn't need too awful much rest, so we should be relatively quickly getting through this, and you can get to your upper body strength circuit when you're done. The strength circuit can be done as an every minute on the minute, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off workout. That will be a Metcon. If you do it that fast, you will feel the high intensity, possibly like bordering on the pain cave by the time you get to the end of it. It's 2 to 4 rounds through is what I said. My intention was 20 minutes of getting through this. However, if you are fatigued and just completely smoked after 3 rounds, then just call it and be done, okay? So if you feel like a long, challenging Metcon, go for all 4 rounds, 5 stations, every minute on the minute, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, all right? So what that means is you would start at the beginning of the clock, and on the first round, it is 40 seconds to get 8 reps on each side of a single arm bent over kettlebell row or dumbbell row. So I did 8 on the right, I do 8 on the left, and then let's say I get that done in 37 seconds. Great, I'm done by 40. Rest the next 20 seconds and get to my next exercise. So the next exercise is a half kneeling kettlebell or dumbbell shoulder press, right? So I'm in this half kneeling position. Whichever leg is forward, I wanna press with the opposite arm, right? So I'm just doing, again, 8 reps of a strict shoulder press from the half kneeling position. Next one is band face pull. Okay, so I've got 15 reps of this and I've got 40 seconds to get it done. So think about a rep somewhere around every 2 to 2.5 seconds, right? So if I go super duper slow, I probably won't get to 15 reps. And if I just rip through them like that, that's too fast and I need more tension time or time under tension on my shoulders. Next one is a 40-second plank. And your coach's challenge is going to be alternating reaches. So if I'm doing my standard plank for 40 seconds, if you want to reach out and then reach out with the other hand Just alternate back and forth for 40 seconds. Last one is 20 seconds each. Ring support. Ring support means I'm on the rings and I'm in the position that I would be either starting or finishing a dip, okay? So the top position is right here with my palms next to my body and my thumbs turned away from the center line. So I'm shrugging down to create a good shoulder position here, hold for 20 seconds, and then go down to the bottom position, the very bottom of the ring dip. So my elbows are above my shoulders at the bottom here and just holding for 20 seconds. And then reset to the very beginning. And again, if you do that on the minute, it will be a very challenging, high intensity Metcon. But I'm also fine if you just want to finish the week like a Flex Friday where I do a hard set, but then I get to rest and let my heart rate come back down. And then I do another hard set and rest and let my heart rate come back down. When you do it like that, your performance on each of the individual movements will be better. You'll be able to lift more weight. You'll be able to lift it quicker. You'll be able to put out more energy, but you just need more recovery. And there's a different adaptation to that, right? Which is more tailored to that specific movement. When you do it quickly, you get a more systemic reaction. You get that high intensity metabolic feel that burns calories, that gives you the endorphin rush, and that is a little bit more challenging from an effort perspective, okay? So there's two different ways you can tackle that. And again, on this one, I will start the clock at the beginning, and then I will assume if you are not following the clock that it is your intention to not follow the clock, not that you're just lost somewhere in the process. So if you do get lost somewhere in the process, make sure you raise your hand and say like, hey, what am I supposed to be doing next, okay? All right, that's it. There's extra credit at the end, upper body stuff, all the fun stuff afterward, dips, curls, triceps. Have fun with it. I can't wait for this one. Very excited about this week of programming. All right, have a great one. See you guys on Saturday.